Hi, I'm Joshua Phillip.
And I'm Samuel Vissers, filling in for Brian TV, who is currently teaching Chinese refugees how to be taller.
And this is Read the News for Thursday, November, that says 19, 2015.
19, doesn't it?
Yep. Alright, we got the Grand Rapids Press here. Let's see, most of the stuff we can get to later. This main headline, Unclaimed Veteran Buried with Honors, is kind of interesting. Just because it's a veteran from the Vietnam War. He died, and nobody claimed the body. Kind of sad. But he was buried with honors by a lot of fellow veterans gathered together and helped lay him to rest with honors. Which is it's nice to know that our veterans aren't going, when their bodies aren't claimed, they're not going entirely unattended. But more interesting on the front page, at least to us locally, is the state takes corrective action against judge. Which actually, I read the story and it is a little disappointing. Judge Post has been causing some issues.
He has a very colorful history in our region.
He's overstepped his judicial bounds in a couple areas, and recently he was referred to the Judicial Tenure Commission, and basically they responded by taking corrective action, and it is actually even in single quotes in the headline, which can range anywhere from telling him that he's not doing a great job to telling him he better do a better job.
It's harsh.
Yeah, so essentially it's nothing, which is a little unfortunate, because it is his second infringement. And the last time they gave him a 30-day suspension. This time they kind of let him go. However, I do guess that this is the last year that he can sit on the bench. So at the end of this year, he can no longer sit on the bench in Ottawa County.
God.
Yeah, it's about time for his crap to come to an end. Yeah, just for a little back history, he tends to give maximum sentencing to everyone, which is just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Obscenely severe. Above and beyond.
This one here, student cell phone video helps investigation into fire. There was a fire and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And later on, they got a cell phone video from, there's a nearby high school where a student in class, took a video of this apartment building catching fire. And so the fire department managed to use that fire to discover that it was actually cigarettes that in a container that started the blaze rather than an electrical problem. And I guess now the residents of that apartment building in particular may face charges since they were negligent in making sure their cigarettes were out.
Guys, so why don't you take a look at my Snapchat a second? I think there might be something here. Why do you have a high schooler Snapchat?
Yeah.
Damn. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Future.
This is Craigslist cell phone ad results in beating with metal bat. So just a heads up, not all Craigslist ads are what they're advertised to be. Sometimes when you think you're showing up to buy a cell phone, you're actually showing up to get beat down with a metal baseball bat. I like this. The mayor of our town made some remarks to the Paris attacks, and I read through them all, but I'd really like to read the last couple paragraphs of his comments, because they're really great in reference to the Paris attacks. I mean, I think everybody probably knows about the Paris attacks by now.
If you've been staying up to date with our videos, you have.
Yeah.
Shame on you if you haven't been staying up to date with our videos, by the way.
We are freedom-loving people, and we live in a land where freedom from oppression is our norm. President Franklin Roosevelt said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance." The context then was global war. The context now is global terror. We must not cheaply exchange our freedoms for security, for such security will be fleeting and unsatisfying. Neither must we turn this event into a witch hunt that would sweep innocent people up in its nets. If we use this terror to turn xenophobic, to repel freedom-seeking people at our borders, or to look unkindly at those whose faith is other than our own, then the terrorists will have succeeded, and the end of the American soul cannot be far away. I, for one, refuse to be afraid. I refuse to hate. I refuse to respond to violence with suspicion of my neighbor. Today I call on you, the citizens of this great city, to do the same. And not just the city, I would extend that to the nation. This fear of refugees is frankly unfounded, especially if you look at the statistics and the history and a lot more of the deeper information. I see a lot of governors and whatnot coming against the idea of the incoming refugees from Syria, and it's just we need to press forward with the efforts to help those people. Greater security may be warranted, but we need to press forward with the efforts to help those refugees.
Although there may be some short-term downfalls in every form of history, accepting refugees to your country has only resulted in positive long-term effects. Economy-wise, social-wise, there's really no downfall to it. It's insane that we are still making that. It shouldn't even be in the press, really.
Well, it's news. It should be in the press, but
it's not in this context. Yeah.
Oh, here's a guy who got paid to travel the state taste testing everyone's macaroni and cheese. What a lucky bum.
I hope he at least got Saturdays off to watch cartoons.
Yeah, right. Yeah. 10 different places. Number 1 is Clarkston Union, Clarkston. Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, where is that?
I guess they've got really good mac and cheese, though.
Yeah.
This is kind of an interesting one I saw here. Uber will deliver flu shots to GR customers. I guess in Grand Rapids, Uber is going to start delivering flu shots on a certain day from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I don't know if I like that.
in 35 different cities, including Grand Rapids. And yeah, basically they'll drive a nurse to your house.
They'll drive a nurse. Okay.
Yeah, who will administer a flu shot.
I thought the drivers were going to be doing it. And
yeah, no, that would be a little.
worried.
Yeah, that would be a little more concerning.
Okay,
But no,
yeah.
it's a trained individual. But there has been an uptake in anti-Muslim sentiment and anti-Muslim. Mostly at this point, there's been one shooting, but most of it's just been vandalism in the United States, which once again is one of those things where like there's billions of Muslims in the world, and only a few 100,000 of them are the terrorists who are trying to kill us all. So I would encourage people to think twice before they go acting out against Muslims in their community, because it's not really appropriate.
We're looking at our first significant snowfall this week. Get ready to deal with everybody who doesn't normally drive in it, because it is going to be hell.
Yeah, or people who are driving rear-wheel drive vehicles for the first time in the snow, because they're really not going to know what they're doing either.
I typically ride bicycle to get around, and still, the winter drivers just, holy shit, like even me on my bike, I can deal with it better. Oh my god, it's terrifying. Fiancé doesn't see the big deal. Dear Dr. Sam, I wrote in recently about moving into a townhouse with my fiancé and his family being offended that we didn't ask for help. My fiancé and I asked to agreement that painting the guest bedroom, okay, basically what's going on here.
Bathroom setting, Dave's family came over, my fiancé said he doesn't understand why this is a big deal. It is just furniture and pots and pans, but I feel like I was run roughshod over and dismissed in our home. He told me I needed to stop being so dramatic.
So basically, this woman was out for just a little while, and her step-parents, her step-family, decided to redecorate a living room, added some extra pots for plants, and also the master bathroom. And she doesn't like the color, she doesn't like the work they did, and she wants to know a way to handle the situation. Mainly her fiance, who is related to who changed the colors of everything, she wants to be able to express herself to him, since he is just saying that she is being overdramatic. This is a bit better than the last one.
Yeah, at least there's like a question here.
And it's more opinion based.
Do you have one?
Well,
Come on, take it away, Sam. Take it away, Dr. Sam.
this fiance of yours is probably just trying to save face. He doesn't want to have to compound the problem of you being angry into being his entire family being angry at him. And honestly, you being related to him should understand that. Although your feelings should definitely still be kept in account, there is still a greater good. Well, not good is relative, of course, but try to look at the long-term consequences of stirring the pot in this case. And if you really want to change the color, then just change the color. It's your house. You don't even need an excuse. Just say you decided that for whatever reason you thought this spring was going to be an orange instead of a yellow season. It doesn't really matter. It's your house, and they shouldn't be living there. So, paint it how you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, ultimately, as a guy, I don't feel like paint and rearranged furniture is a big deal, but you really need to make sure that the person that you're living with understands your opinions, especially if they're your future spouse, and understands where you're coming from, where you feel, like, if you feel like that stuff matters to you, they need to understand that that stuff matters to you. And if you can't get that across to them, you may be looking at more issues in the future.
Try moving further from this extended family. Maybe instead of painting the house, you should just sell the house and put a couple states between you and them. Because, then they will not likely be showing up to paint. It's...
Yeah, if they drive 10 hours, it's not likely they're going to want to spend their time there painting your bedroom.
Yeah.
Sports ball update. It happens. Comics. You want to do one of these? Okay, then I guess we're done.
Let's do this one again. That treated us well last time, and there's two characters talking again.
Which one? That one? Alright.
Yeah.
Are you the pig or the goat?
I'm the goat. I'm the Capricorn.
Alright,
Just
then
so
I'll
you know,
start.
give me a gift. Christmas is coming.
Do you think a girl would break up with me just because I'm not a great kisser?
Of course not, pig. But why? How do you kiss? Please never do that again.
Nuts. I drooled on your pancake.
I don't know what that reference is, but I'm disturbed.
I'm pretty sure there's waffles on the table there, though. It's not
Oh, there are pancakes. Okay. I thought that's
Anyway.
part of his anatomy.
That's the news. Thursday, November, whatever today is. No, you failed again! Look at that failure! You need to calm down when it comes to ripping the paper.
Hello. Oh shit. I might have to do another take. Hello, I'm Brian TV. And I am having a brain fart death because of the camera in my face. Hello, I'm Brian TV. Co-uncle on Read the News.